Welcome to Cambridge Chemistry with Sarwat Ahmed. This is Chemistry Paper 1 multiple choice of O level from October-November 2021, Paper 1-1. Let's start. A student makes aqueous copper 2 sulfate. The student adds an excess of copper 2 oxide powder to warm sulfuric acid and stirs the mixture. Which apparatus should be used to separate aqueous copper 2 sulfate from the excess copper 2 oxide? This is excess copper 2 oxide which will become insoluble, CuO, insoluble, and settle down at the bottom. So this is burette cannot use distillation apparatus. It will not use to remove excess of copper 2 oxide. Filter funnel and paper. Yes, this is correct. Filter funnel is used to remove excess of sulfuric acid, excess of copper 2 oxide, aqueous copper 2 sulfate from the excess copper 2 oxide. Filter funnel and filter paper. Measuring cylinder will not use. A student follow the rate of the reaction between marble chips, calcium carbonate and dilute hydrochloric acid. Which diagrams show apparatus that with stopwatch is suitable for this experiment? Which diagrams show apparatus? This is marble chips and this is hydrochloric acid. Gas is collecting over here, and this is we use balance marble chips whose plug. So these two apparatuses 1 and 2, and this cannot be used. So 1 and 2 apparatus can be used, so B option is correct. Question number 3. A mixture of 3 liquid is separated by fractional distillation. Which statements are correct? The mixture boils at constant temperature. Fractional distillation. Fractional distillation is used to separate liquids on their boiling point. The liquid with lower boiling point, the liquid with lower boiling point will distill over at the top, or first while the liquid with higher boiling point is collected at the last. Okay, the mixture boils at constant temperature throughout the separation. No, this is not correct. Mixture boils at constant temperature throughout the separation, so this is incorrect. The temperature at which the mixture boils increases during the temperature at which the mixture boils increases during the separation. This is correct. The liquid with the highest boiling point is collected first. No, this is incorrect. The liquid with the lowest boiling point is collected first. Yes, this is correct. So 2 and 4 statement are correct. Option is A. A mixture of 4 color dye is analyzed by chromatography. The result is shown. Which change will allow the 4 dyes to be seen? Which change will allow the 4 dyes to be seen? Measure the RF values of the spots carefully. Run the chromatogram for a longer time. No, this is incorrect. So 4 dyes be seen, not correct. Run the chromatogram using a different solvent. Yes, this must be correct. Run the chromatogram using a different solvent. Use a locating agent. Locating agent is used for colorless to make the spot visible after the experiment. So this is incorrect. A compound X, when heated with an aqueous solution of compound Y, produces a gas that turns red litmus paper blue. Compound X, when heated with an aqueous solution of compound Y, produces a gas that turns red litmus paper blue. So that gas will be ammonia gas, alkaline gas, which turns damp red litmus paper blue. Alkaline gas, that is ammonia. Y could be potassium hydroxide. X is an acid. X could be an ammonium salt, and X could be sodium nitrate. Yes, Y could be, if ammonia gas is produced, that Y is alkaline solution. X is an acid. This is incorrect. X could be an ammonium salt. Yes, this is correct, because when compound X, ammonium NH4Cl, when any ammonium salts, when heated with potassium hydroxide to form KCl plus ammonia plus water. So potassium hydroxide and ammonium salts, 2 states 1 and 3 are correct. So 1 and 3 are correct. The option is B. Question number 6. An aqueous solution of zinc chloride is tested by adding reagents. Which observation is correct? Reagent added to zinc chloride, acidified aqueous barium nitrate forms white precipitate. It is incorrect. Zinc chloride aqueous ammonia forms a white precipitate soluble in excess of the reagent. Aqueous ammonia forms a white precipitate soluble in excess of reagent. Aqueous sodium hydroxide form a white precipitate insoluble in excess. Powdered copper forms a grey precipitate. Not correct. So B option is correct. Question number 7. The rate of diffusion of carbon dioxide and methane is investigated at 2 different temperatures. Carbon dioxide and methane. MR of carbon dioxide is 44. and this is 14. Rate of diffusion depends on MR and temperature. MR is increased, rate of diffusion will be lower. If temperature is increased, rate of diffusion will be increased. So which row correctly shows the gas that diffuses faster and the temperature at which diffusion takes place most rapidly? Carbon dioxide, temperature higher, carbon dioxide higher MR. The which row gas diffuses faster and the temperature at which diffusion takes place? Higher is lower, is correct. Carbon dioxide so methane has lower MR, sorry, not, it is not 14, CH4, carbon is 12, hydrogen is 4, that is equal to 16, sorry. So it is the mass of is lower, so these two factors and temperature should be high. So this is correct, this is correct. So C option is correct. Which statement about atoms and ion is correct? Atoms and ions of the same element must have different number of neutrons. So it is not correct. Isotopes of different elements must have different number of neutrons. Isotopes of different elements must have different number of neutrons. The charge on the ion is correct. This is correct, but this is not in context of ion is correct. The charge on a positive ion is equal to nucleon number minus number of neutrons minus number of electrons. Yes, because for example, if sodium has proton 11, neutron 12 and electron 11, but sodium ion proton 11, neutron 12 and electron 10. So minus the charge on positive nuclear number minus number of neutrons. Yes, so this is minus number of electrons. Yes, this must be correct. The number of protons and number of neutrons in an atom must be same. This is in context of atom. Neutrons and proton and neutron numbers not always be the same. So this is incorrect. Question number 9. The bonding in a molecule of carbon dioxide can be represented by a dot and cross diagram. Which diagram is correct? Carbon has 4 electrons in valence shell and hydrogen has 1 electron. So carbon needs oxygen has 6 electron in valence shell. So oxygen needs 2 electrons. Two electrons of this is oxygen, this is carbon. So one oxygen atom is another oxygen atom is also required to share 2 pair of electron with carbon. So this is correct diagram. So pair of electrons, so A must be correct. So 1 1, this is incorrect. This is 1 2, not oxygen shell, just over here oxygen should be over here, oxygen and oxygen. This is also incorrect. 1 2, oxygen has 2 lone pair of electrons, so this is incorrect. Which statement about the structure or bonding of metal is correct? A metal lattice consists of negative ions and a sea of electrons. Metal lattice consists of negative ions, no sea of electrons. Not, this is metal structure. This is positive metal ion. So positive metal ion consists of positive ions. Metal lattice consists of positive ions in a sea of electrons. It is present in sea of electrons. This is the metallic, so it is incorrect. Electrons in a metal move randomly through the lattice. Not electrons move randomly. Electrons in a electrons in a metal move randomly. Electrons move delocalized randomly is the same thing, so this B must be correct. Metals are malleable because the ions present are mobile. So both ions are not mobiles. Positive ions stay in position, negative ions mobile, so this is incorrect. The ions in a metal move when positive and negative electrodes are attached. Ions in a metal, no, ions are moved all the time. The relative atomic mass of chlorine is 35.5. What is the mass of 2 moles of chlorine gas? Each chlorine atom is 30.5.5. Chlorine exists in diatomic form, so this is mass is equal to mole into mR of chlorine. Mole is 2, mR is 35.5 into 2. So this is equal to 2 into 71. Two into 35.5 into 2 is equal to 142. So 142 is the answer, 142 gram. So D is correct option. Methane burns in oxygen, CH4 plus 2 oxygen to form carbon dioxide. 10 centimeter cube of methane is reacted with 25 centimeter cube of oxygen. What is the total volume of gas that would be measured after reaction? Assume all volume of gases are measured at room temperature and pressure. At room temperature and pressure, mole volume of gas is directly proportional to mole of gas. So we know that CH4 plus 2O2 to form CO2 gas plus water. So 10 centimeter cube of methane, 1 mole is equal to 10 centimeter cube. So 2 moles is equal to 20 centimeter cube. To form 1:1, so this is also 10 centimeter cube. So this is liquid, no need to calculate the volume of water. So So 20 centimeter cube of oxygen is used to burn methane to form 10 centimeter cube of carbon dioxide. What is the total volume of gas would be measured after the reaction? So the gas provided is 25 centimeter cube. Gas used is equal to 20 centimeter cube. Leftover oxygen is equal to 5 centimeter cube. So the total volume after the reaction is total volume is equal to 5 oxygen and 10 centimeter cube of carbon dioxide, which is produced during the reaction. That is equal to 15 centimeter cube. So B option is correct. Question number 13. An aqueous solution is made by dissolving 3.4 gram of sodium hydroxide to make 500 centimeter cube of solution. What is the concentration in mole per dm cube of this sodium hydroxide solution? So concentration is equal to mole over volume into 1000. So let's calculate the mole. 3.4 divided by 40 . 3.4 divided by 40 is equal to 0.085. So the volume is 500 is equal to into 1000 is equal to 0.17. So this is 0.085. This is mole, and mole divided by concentration is equal to 0.0500 centimeter cube into 1000, because concentration is mole per dm cube. The answer is 0.17. So C option is correct. Which statement about the electrolysis reaction is correct? Bromine is formed at the anode when molten lead 2 bromide is electrolyzed. Yes, this is correct, because molten lead 2 bromide has 2 ions, 2 positive and 2 Br negative. At anode, 2 Br negative bromide ion is oxidized after losing of electron. So it is formed at the anode, because anode is a positive plate, so negative ions move towards anode, discharge at anode to form bromine gas. So A option is correct. Question number 15. The apparatus shown is set up to plate a steel key with copper. The key does not get coated with copper. Which change needs to be made to plate the key? Increase the concentration of this is negative, this is positive. Key, steel key, copper. So this must be negative and this must be positive. So key, reverse the electrical connections. This should be anode and this should be cathode. Similarly, The key does not get coated with copper, which change needs to be made to the plate. The key increase the concentration of the copper. No, this is not need to change. Increase the voltage, not need to change. Replace the solution with dilute sulfuric acid. Replace the solution with dilute. No, copper sulfate is needed if you want to if you want to plate key with copper. Reverse the electrical connections, as this must be correct. The electrical connections are incorrect, so D option is correct. Which process is endothermic and atoms bonding to form molecule? This is forming of bond forming, so this is incorrect. Bond forming is not endothermic, it is exothermic. The chemical reaction occurring in a fuel cell is an exothermic reaction, so this is also not correct. The reaction of carbon dioxide and water produces glucose and oxygen. This is photosynthesis reaction, and photosynthesis needs light, so this is endothermic reaction. C is correct. The reaction of methane with oxygen to produce water and carbon dioxide is again exothermic reaction, so they are also incorrect. The reaction of hydrogen with chlorine to form gaseous hydrogen chloride, exothermic, H2 plus Cl2 to form 2HCl. Exothermic reaction, the total energy of total energy of bond formation is greater than the total energy of bond breaking. Yes, this is correct. This might be correct. This is energy profile diagram of exothermic reaction. This is reactant and this is product. The total energy of bond formation is greater than the total energy of the bond breaking. Yes, total energy of the bond formation is greater than the total energy of bond breaking. The total energy of bond breaking is greater than the total energy of bond formation. The temperature of the reaction mixture falls during the reaction. Which statement is in context of exothermic energy? Total energy of bond forming is greater than the total energy of bond breaking. This must be correct. The temperature of the reaction mixture falls during the reaction, not during the reaction, after the reaction. So this is incorrect. Temperature of the reaction mixture remains unchanged. This is incorrect. Temperature of the mixture not remains unchanged, it is going to increase. So this is also incorrect. But the total energy of bond formation is greater than the total energy of bond breaking. Yes, this is correct. The equation shows the reaction for manufacture of ammonia, which change will decrease the activation energy of the reaction. Adding a catalyst. This is correct option, because adding the catalyst lowers the activation energy. Decrease in temperature not. Activation energy only linked with the catalyst. Catalyst lowers the activation energy during the reaction. So increase in concentration, increase in pressure. Which statements about the oxidation and reduction are correct? Reduction can involve the loss of electron. Reduction is a gain of electron, so it is incorrect. Oxidation can involve the loss of hydrogen. Yes, oxidation can involve the loss of hydrogen, so this is correct. Okay, loss of oxygen, not loss of electron. Reduction can involve the loss of oxygen. Yes, this is correct. Oxidation can involve the loss of hydrogen. This is also correct. Reduction can involve the loss of electrons. No, this is not loss of electron. This is gains of electron. So this statement is incorrect. 1 and 2 are correct. The option is A. Aqueous ammonium nitrate decomposes when heated. In this salt, the anion is nitrate, ammonium nitrite ion. The nitrogen atoms in the ammonium ions, this is ammonium ion, are oxidized during the reaction. Which formula correctly complete gaps 1 and 2? So this is ammonium ion are oxidized during the reaction to form water and nitrogen. So the gap 1 and 2, correct gap is gap 1 is nitrite ion and ammonium ion and nitrite ion. So C option is correct. Element X and Y react together in a reversible reaction to form XY2. 1 mole of X is mixed with 1 mole of Y and the mixture is left to react until an equilibrium position is reached. Which statement about this reaction are correct? After the equilibrium position has been reached, the reaction stops. No, this is incorrect because reaction is going to continue. It is a reversible reaction. At equilibrium there is more than 0.5 moles of X. Yes, it is correct because 2 moles of Y react with 1 mole of, so it must be more than the 0.5 moles of X, because if 1 mole, so this is might be 0.5, so X mole has more than 0.5. And at equilibrium there is less than 1 mole of XY. This is correct because in equilibrium it is 0, so there must be less than 1 mole over here it is produced. So 3 statement is also correct. 2 and 3 are correct. So option is D. 2 solutions are separated. P is 0.050 mole per dm cube hydrochloric acid. Q is 1 mole, 0.1 mole per dm cube butanoic acid. 2 solutions are prepared. A 2 centimeter strip of magnesium ribbon is put into 100 centimeter cube of each. This is strong acid. This is strong acid, and this is weak acid. Strong acid has more H positive ions and less H positive ions. Please keep it in mind. Fizzing is seen in both solutions, but the fizzing is faster in P solution than it is in Q solution. Which statement helps to explain? Magnesium reacts with solution P to form salt but does not form salt with solution K. Both form salt because in magnesium chloride is formed in case of magnesium react with HCl to form MgCl2 plus hydrogen gas, and butanoic acid C3H7COOH plus magnesium. Also salt is formed C3H7COOMg. Magnesium butanoate plus hydrogen gas is formed. So that's why it is incorrect. More particles are dissociated in solution P than are dissociated in solution Q. Yes, this is correct because strong acid is completely ionized in aqueous solution while weak acid is partially ionized. So more particles dissociated in solution P than Q. So B option is correct. Solution Q contains a stronger acid than solution P. No, solution P is stronger acid than solution Q. So this is also incorrect. The particles are closer together in solution Q No, it is weak acid, so particles are not closer together than in solution B. 23. Which compounds can be formed by precipitation? Sodium chloride is soluble salt, so it is prepared through titration. Group 1 salts are prepared through titration. This is also can be formed through titration because it is soluble salt of group 1. Calcium nitrate is also soluble salt, and the method is filtration and crystallization. And lead sulfate is insoluble and can be made by precipitation. By reacting two aqueous salts like PbNO3 twice plus sodium sulfate, equal volume of both aqueous solution mixed to form lead sulfate and sodium nitrate. So ionic precipitation is used to prepare this. D option is correct. In a neutralization reaction, which change in particles occurs? Atoms to form molecules? No, this is not correct. In neutralization reaction, ions to form molecules. Yes, B is correct. Because in neutralization, H ions plus OH negative ion to form water. So this is molecule, this is ion, aqueous ions, so to form molecules. Atoms to ions, incorrect. Ions to atoms, not correct. In order to decide which would be the better nitrogenous fertilizer, a student calculates the percentage by mass of nitrogen in both the ammonium sulfate and ammonium nitrate. Which row gives the correct results? Percentage by mass of nitrogen in ammonium sulfate 10.6, percentage by mass of nitrogen in ammonium nitrate is 17.5. Which row gives the best result? Which row gives the correct results? Percentage by ammonium NH4 twice SO4. So the MR of is equal to 28 nitrogen 28 hydrogen 8 plus sulfur 32 plus 64. It is equal to 28 plus 8 plus 32 plus 64. This is equal to 132. The percentage by mass is equal to of nitrogen is equal to 14. AR of nitrogen is 14. Number of atoms present in this compound is 2 divided by 132 into 100. So 28 divided by 132, it is equal to 21.2%. While ammonium nitrate NH4 NO3 MR is 28, hydrogen is 4, oxygen is 16 into 3. This is equal to 28 plus 4 plus 48 is equal to 80, and percentage of nitrogen is equal to nitrogen is 20, 14 AR multiplied by number of atoms divided by 80 into 100. This is 28 8 divided by 80 equal to 35%. So 21.2, this is incorrect, correct. So C must be correct. Question number 26. Manufacture of sulfuric acid by contact process involves the use of 3 different raw materials. How many of these raw materials are elements? How many are compounds? And how many are mixtures? Mixtures of sulfuric acid by contact involve the use of 3 different raw material: air, sulfur, and sulfuric acid, water. One is element, one is mixture, one is element, and 2 are compounds. 2 are compounds. Water is used as a solvent. Sulfuric acid is going to prepare, so H2O. One is element, one is mixture, and one is compound. How many are mixtures? So C must be correct. One is element, one compounds, and one mixtures. The diagram shows part of the periodic table. Which 2 letters represent elements that can react together to form covalent compounds? Covalent compounds, non-metals plus non-metals to form covalent compound because they share pair of electrons. So Y is non-metal because this is non-metal, these are metals. So Y and Z are non-metals. D option is correct. Question number 28. Which statement about element in the periodic table is correct? Elements at the left hand side of the periodic table are more metallic than those in the same period near the right hand side. Yes, element on left hand side of the periodic table are metals and on the right hand side are non-metals. So A must be correct. Elements at the top of group lose electrons more readily than this is incorrect. All are losing electron. Elements in the same group have the same number of completed shells of no. A must be correct. Which statement about the properties of the elements in group 7 of the periodic table, helium to xenon, is correct? Argon reacts with iron to form a compound. It is incorrect. Helium is less denser than air. Yes, this is correct statement. The elements change from gas to solid. Incorrect. Down the group. Gas to solid, down the group. Group 8 of the elements. So all are gases. All are gases in group 8 elements. So this is incorrect. The elements exist as covalent form. Which statement indicates that metals M may have a proton number between 21 and 30? 2 statements. 21 to 30 are transition element. It conducts electricity. Yes, it is correct. It does not react with water. It is also correct. It forms 2 basic oxide and formulas MO and M2O3. Yes, this is correct. Variable oxidation state. So form 2 formulas MO and M2O3. It forms two colored sulfates. It forms 2, yes, metals form colored sulfates. 1, 3 and 4 has no option, so we must go with 3 and 4. So 3 and 4 is correct. D option is correct. Different metals react with water in different ways. Which statement is correct? Calcium does not react with cold water. Iron reacts with, it is incorrect. Calcium does react with cold water. Iron reacts slowly with steam to produce oxide of iron and hydrogen. Not oxide of iron and hydrogen. It only produces an oxide of, yes, oxide of iron. Yes, this is correct. Sorry. Oxide of iron and hydrogen, though two products are formed. So this is correct. H2O gas, Fe2O3 plus H2. So this is correct. B option is correct. Magnesium reacts with steam to produce magnesium hydroxide and oxygen. This is incorrect. Magnesium reacts with steam. The same reaction is going on. H2O to form magnesium oxide and hydrogen gas. Sodium reacts with cold water to produce aqueous sodium. No. Sodium reacts with cold water to form sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. So this is also incorrect. Metal X is more reactive than zinc but less reactive than sodium. X is more reactive than zinc and sodium. This metal is placed like this. What would be the best method for obtaining metal X from its ore? Electrolysis of an aqueous solution of a salt of X. No, this is incorrect because electrolysis gives hydrogen gas. Electrolysis of the molten oxide. Yes, this must be correct because potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum, zinc, and element is placed in between zinc and sodium. So these metals can be extracted by using electrolysis. Of the molten oxide. Steel is often galvanized. Which statement about galvanizing are correct? Galvanizing makes a steel alloy. It is incorrect. Galvanizing is used to protect iron from the rusting. Galvanizing provides a sacrificial protection against rusting. This is correct. Galvanizing coats a layer of zinc onto the steel. This is correct. So 2 and 3 are correct. So C option is correct. In the extraction of aluminium from aluminium oxide, the following 3 reactions takes place. This is correct reaction. Oxide ion to form oxygen gas, carbon and carbon dioxide. All 3 reactions are going on. These 2 reaction at anode and this is at cathode. So which reactions takes place at the positive electrode? 2 and 3. D option is correct. The carbon cycle regulates the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Combustion, photosynthesis and respiration are involved in this cycle. How do these processes affect the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere? Combustion increases, photosynthesis decreases and respiration increases. Because combustion is this process, it is carbon dioxide plus water. Respiration C6H12O6 plus O2 to form CO2 plus water. So this is XCO2 and Y/2. So this is respiration reaction And photosynthesis, carbon dioxide plus water to form glucose C6H12O6 plus 6O2. So this is photosynthesis reaction. This is respiration, and this is combustion. In combustion respiration, carbon dioxide is decreased and decreases and increases, not go with, because carbon dioxide is produced, so it is increases, combustion increases, or carbon dioxide decreases, respiration increases, decreases, increases. So B option is correct. Question number 36, which statement about alkane is correct? Alkanes are described as being saturated because they are insoluble in water. No, this statement is not correct, or as being saturated because they have carbon to carbon single bond. Carbon to carbon single bond. Alkanes react with chlorine in an addition. Alkanes react with chlorine not in addition reaction. Substitution reaction. The alkane containing 10 carbon atoms in each molecule has a higher viscosity than the alkanes containing 20 carbon atoms. So it is also incorrect. 10 carbon has less viscous than the carbon with compound containing 20 carbon. The formula of an alkane with 35 carbon atom in each molecule is 3572. Yes, it is like 35 H2N2 multiplied by 35 plus 2. So this is correct statement because formula is C35H72. D is correct. 37, structure of compound X is shown. 4 statements are made about compound X. X burns in air to form carbon dioxide and water. Yes, it is correct. X turns bromine water to form colorless to brown. Colorless to brown. No. X turns bromine water from colorless to brown, not brown to colorless. So this is incorrect. This is incorrect. X is a propene. Not X is not a propene. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is butene. So it is also incorrect. The number of C to C single bond is increased by reacting X with hydrogen. Yes, this is correct because when it is react, the products are hydrogen. Double bonds are going to break and carbon to carbon single bond is formed. So hydrogen is increased. 4 statement is correct and 1 is correct. So option is B. Question number 38. When ethene reacts with steam to form ethanol, which type of reaction takes place? This is addition reaction because C2H4 H2O gas steam to form C2H5OH. So this is addition reaction. Which compound could be flavoring in a non-alcoholic fruit drink? Ester is used. CH3, this is ethanol. So it is incorrect. CH3, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pentanoic acid. So this is also incorrect. CH3COO, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 2. This is pentyl ethanoate. So this is an ester. This is ester, and it is used in could be a flavoring in a non-alcoholic fruit drink. P is a polymer that has 6 carbon atoms in each of the monomer form which it is formed. Is not a polyester, is formed using condensation polymerization. What is the partial structure of P? Has 6 carbon atoms in each of the monomers. C4, there is 4, so it is not correct. CH2 over here, CH2 1 and 4 6 and 1 or 4 6 is formed using condensation polymer. This is 6 and it is not polyester, so this is polyester, so it is incorrect. Even though 6 carbon over here, 6 carbon over here is formed using condensation. This is 8 carbon over here, 6 carbon and 6 carbon and 6 carbon, and it is not polyester, so C must be correct. D is addition polymer, so it is incorrect. So this is 6 carbon is there, not polyester, and condensation polymer. If you like this video, please share and subscribe my channel.